So thank you all for being here today. And creating the beautiful energy unique to each one of us that together creates this beautiful soup of humanity that we are. So I'd like to invite you to prepare yourself in some small way for the information and the love that you will receive through Kryon. Maybe you'd like to close your eyes for a moment. Just take a breath in. And just let yourself settle a little more into your body, into your chair. And take another breath with me. Yeah, and feel where your feet are on the floor, connecting with the beautiful planet, beautiful Mother Gaia, through your shoes, through the cement, through whatever else is underneath. She is there, supporting our every step. And then bringing your awareness to the top of your head, where the divine energy enters in. And let's breathe a breath of that in through the top of your head. And notice if you can feel it connect in your heart center, right in the middle of your body. And just let your beingness rotate around, revolve around the center where your heart is. Let your breath come to your heart. Let your awareness come to your heart. And though each one of us experiences that heartfeltness in a different way, when we put all of those hearts together, it forms a beautiful garland that surrounds us. Each flower just a little different, and each flower just as beautiful. And each flower opening to the message of love and honoring that comes into us with the grace and the joy that Kryon brings.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. Perhaps some of you have not seen this before. What do you think so far? Dear ones, there is an energy shift in this place that is profound. My partner steps aside, and he does it in an instant. These are things that used to take him a great deal of time. To make this shift so quickly, to open this portal, to remove the filters and let through what comes. And in this portal steps an energy that you cannot describe, for you have no language, you have no concept. If I said the room was filled with multidimensional energy, beings, God, the intellect would say, show me, I don't feel anything. Those who read and feel are overwhelmed because their portals are open and they're ready. This represents the process of the human being by free choice to acknowledge or not the unseen things of the planet, because you're going to see a whole lot more of it. Nature itself is going to open up. You're going to feel the life forms that dwell in the trees. You're going to feel the congratulation hugs back when you hug a tree. For the first time, you're going to be open to multi-dimensional areas you don't even know exist. And it's happening in the room. Let me bring you a concept. The author has consciousness and writes a book. Whether it's a novel or whether it's research, the author has the consciousness, which is energy that pours in to the project called the book. The consciousness forms a sentience of communication. The words on the page, when you read them, it's the consciousness of the author. If you believe in esoteric kinds of things, energy that perhaps has not been identified, but you know it's there, what do you think surrounds you at this moment? All of the consciousnesses of the books on the shelves that are facing you. Start to read some of the titles. Spiritual help. Lives that have unfolded, stories of redemption, healing, beauty, love, masterhood. Who wrote them? The consciousness of the individuals on the walls are still here. Now that is a concept that is far out. And yet this is the kind of thing that we are telling you. You don't know what you don't know. Sometimes many of you would come into a place like this store that you sit in now. And you would glance at the books having no idea if there's anything here for you today. And one will literally fall in your hands, or they will glow so that you will see it and you'll pull it out and you'll know this is for me. This is the consciousness of the author in synchronicity with your higher self, giving you what you came for. Now, what is that energy called? And how do you prove it exists except that it's happened perhaps over and over to some of you? This is the synchronicity that we speak of. You have another name for it, that's creating your own reality. It is real, it has literally physics behind it, there's energy involved. And that is what is coming to you. Tonight I'm going to give a lecture in my channel with information we've never given before. I'm going to call it Soul Summary. Why are you here? What is it that begins now? What really is the soul? Why is it different? How does it remember? Where have you been? I'm going to open up areas of thinking that will be beyond what you can think. And some of you will think it's the strangest Kryon channel you've ever heard. But it's time. It's time to start delivering you the potentials of why you came, what perhaps is next for you, and the involvement of the peace of God inside you. Not your Akash, not your innate, not your cellular DNA, but your soul. What it truly would mean. Now I frightened my partner, and the whole day he's going to worry about it. It keeps him on his toes. Dear ones, the love of God is here. It's here. And you can call it whatever you want to. The masters knew it. The masters knew it. And in this, there is free choice for every single one of you to walk a path as fast or as slow as you want. One of the interesting things about humanity is that when they awaken and start seeing the truth of some of these energies, they become impatient. They want more. They see the processes and they want them faster than the processes go. This is an attribute of enjoyment. You like what you see. What I want to do is to give you hope, dear ones. You're going to like what you see. It happens slowly. Wait till you find out literally who you might be. I want to tell you tonight, if you didn't know already, what the system might be that brings you here. I know who's here. I know the various degrees that you're interested in what you're seeing now. I know the ones who are not interested. Blessed are you who loved someone so much next to you that you would come and endure something like this that you don't believe in. Free choice, dear one. Everyone in the room has it without judgment. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful that God does not force upon you anything, but instead lines the streets with gifts? And if you want to see them, they're there. And if you don't have to work with them. Beautiful. And in this, I want you to be comfortable. Believer and non-believer alike, who are not only here, but perhaps listening to this message, I want you to understand fully that God is not in judgment of what you choose or don't choose. It's the holiday season. I know what that is. Dear ones, I know you. I know the cultures around the planet, anyone listening to this. I know where the holiday season has come from, and you're careful to use the right words so you don't offend anybody else. What do you think of the system that created it? Christianity. Perhaps it's not for you, perhaps it is. I want to tell you something, in case you haven't heard it before. The master who walked the earth, called Christ, was real. The things he did, the things that got reported that he did, were real. All of it happened. One of the things that he said was, I am the Son of God, and so are you. He was an example to follow of a compassionate human being operating at 90%. His consciousness won over physics every time. He had the power of life and death. I'm going to talk more about that tonight in ways that you didn't expect. And you might say, well, it's fine, but I'm not necessarily going to go to the church with that name on it. You might say, well, there's beliefs in there that I'm done with. I'll give you a challenge, dear one. It's going to test your tolerance level. I challenge you to go to the church you don't want to go to. And there I want you to sit and enjoy the love of God that is there. You may not celebrate, sing the songs, you may not kneel, you may not do any of the things that are the doctrine of that particular organization. You may not even believe in some of the things they believe in. But let me tell you something you didn't expect. Healings occurred there. The love of God is there. The love of God is anywhere anyone asks for it. Did you know that? Anyone. You go to the synagogue, you'll get the same thing. The love of God is there, and healings have been there, and the mosque is the same. It's true that there is one God, and all humanity knows it. And there'll come a day, not when everything is synchronized and harmonized, but toleranceized, where you don't judge the other one, and it's okay any way you want to say, I believe in the creative source, and it's inside me. The holiday season is about tolerance, is it not? Tolerance of family that maybe doesn't believe what you believe. The tolerance of all manner of things when you get together in ways you don't normally do once a year. What is your gift to the planet? You start practicing it now, I'll tell you. Is you can show your mastery anywhere you are, in any situation you are, even in the difficult ones, the ones you don't believe in, you can still stand and be patient and know that you are God. This is the message. The discovery of mastery is the beginning of spiritual evolution. Oh, I have so much more to tell you. It will get weird. And so it is.